Victor. If you keep coming down here, one of these days, we'll make you stay.
In the dim glow of the moonlight, the MGM supernatural science fiction thriller series clawed its way back into the realm of the uncanny with Season 3, Episode 6, shaking off the dust of last week's lackluster offering. The air was thick with tension as Henry, reunited with his long-lost son, plunged into the shadowy depths of the forest's underground tunnels alongside Victor, their mission shrouded in secrecy and dread. Meanwhile, the ambulance that had ominously rolled into Fromville carrying the haunted trio of Tabitha, Henry, and Acosta now served a more sinister purpose. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. The ultrasound machine, a harbinger of life, was repurposed to monitor Fatima's unsettling pregnancy, a twist that sent shivers down the spine. As the episode drew to a close, Tabitha unveiled a chilling revelation, one that could unravel the very fabric of their already twisted reality.
None of us have ever had before, and you blew it.
I went out and I came back with nothing.
Tabitha is upset. In the dim light of their home in Fromville, Episode 6 unfolds with Tabitha and Jim ensnared in a web of unease. Night after night, Tabitha finds herself haunted by the echoes of recent calamities that have shattered her once peaceful existence. The whispers of the townsfolk gnaw at her conscience, their accusations piercing through the darkness. She could have done more, should have warned them about the sinister undercurrents of their quaint little town when she had the chance to step into the outside world. Jim, desperate to soothe her frayed nerves, reaches out with words of comfort, but Tabitha recoils, her voice sharp as a blade. She has no patience for hollow reassurances. False positivity feels like a cruel joke in the face of her turmoil. Tension crackles in the air, and the fragile peace between them teeters on the brink of collapse. Jim, too, can no longer hold back his frustrations, revealing his belief that Tabitha's unwillingness to let others into her life has become a chasm between them. The night grows heavier, shadows creeping closer, as their unspoken fears threaten to consume them both. In the dim light of their crumbling home, Jim's voice cut through the silence like a jagged knife. He accused Tabitha of abandoning her family, of wandering into the dark embrace of the forest instead of seeking solace among her kin. He dredged up the specter of their past, a time when divorce loomed like a storm cloud, fueled by the unbearable weight of their grief over their lost son, Thomas. Jim painted Tabitha as the villain, claiming her sorrow twisted into a selfish desire to sever ties with those who loved her. Yet, in the shadows of her mind, Tabitha recalled a different tale, one where Jim buried himself in his work, leaving her to navigate the treacherous waters of grief alone. When their other children, Julie and Ethan, would innocently ask about Thomas or play with his forgotten toys, it was she who bore the burden of their loss, while Jim retreated into his own world. As their argument spiraled into a cacophony of rage, the walls of their home trembled with the echoes of their screams, reaching the ears of their unsuspecting children below. Suddenly, the air was pierced by a bone-chilling shriek from the forest, a sound so primal and haunting that it silenced them both. The source of the cry remained a mystery, a dark reminder that the woods held secrets that the townsfolk had long learned to ignore. The following morning, Jim ventured into the depths of the forest, eager to join the food-gathering group, leaving Tabitha to face the silence once more. It was whispered among the townsfolk that had their marriage unraveled before arriving in Fromville, Tabitha would have claimed the children, for her bond with them was far stronger than the fraying threads of their family. Ethan, with his insatiable curiosity, soon finds himself entwined in Jade's eerie quest to unravel the enigma of the bottle trees. To him, each bottle is a piece of a sinister puzzle, and Jade has been meticulously piecing together the dark secrets they hold. Meanwhile, Julie, embodying the apathy of youth, drifts through the episode, lost in a haze of smoke from the marijuana she pilfered from Colony House. In a previous encounter, she and Elgin had unearthed an ancient camera in the basement, its lens still capable of capturing the shadows lurking in their lives. Socially adept, she flirts with danger, caught by Kenny mid-drag, but skillfully sidestepping any repercussions. As the episode wanes, she chooses to indulge in her vice with Randall, who has emerged from his own darkness, while Jim remains a ghost, barely present in the unfolding chaos.
Help me, Elgin. I can save you.
Does Fatima really have creature inside? In the chilling twilight of episode 5, Fatima finally unraveled her darkest secret to her husband, Ellis. She spoke of an insatiable craving that gnawed at her soul, a hunger for the foul and the grotesque, putrid vegetables, the metallic tang of human blood. Confusion and terror twisted within her as she pondered the fate of her unborn child, haunted by the fear that a monster might be festering in her womb. The moment she chose to reveal her torment coincided with the ominous arrival of an ultrasound machine wheeled in by the ambulance that had delivered Tabitha, Henry, and Acosta to the cursed town of Fromville. As Ellis fumbled nervously, trying to support his wife in their dimly lit room at Colony House, Christy approached Boyd with a sense of urgency. She had just dragged the ultrasound machine from the ambulance into her clinic and implored Boyd to inform Fatima, hoping to unveil the secrets lurking within her belly. The sheriff, brimming with excitement, strides from the clinic to Colony House, eager to share the thrilling news with his son and daughter-in-law. Yet, an unsettling feeling creeps over him as he knocks, and Ellis fails to answer immediately. Inside, a tense conversation unfolds. Ellis desperately tries to persuade Fatima that they must seek outside help for their bizarre predicament, insisting that his father is trustworthy. Boyd soon learns of Fatima's disturbing craving for the inedible, a revelation that finally brings the gravity of their situation to light. They agree that an ultrasound is necessary to uncover the truth lurking within her. If a monster is indeed growing inside her, they must be ready to confront it. Fatima, though gripped by fear of what the test might unveil, consents to the procedure, but only if they keep her condition a secret from Christy and Mari for now. At the Fromville clinic, Christy and Mari greet Fatima with cheerful anticipation, eager to prepare her for the ultrasound. Their past experiences with expectant mothers have always been filled with joy, but the air is thick with unease for Ellis and Fatima. As the procedure begins, the screen reveals a chilling truth. There is no sign of a baby within Fatima. Disturbed, she demands a second examination, but the results remain unchanged. Christy and Mari are informed of Fatima's strange symptoms, leading to a horrifying realization. There is no child in her womb, yet she continues to exhibit all the signs of pregnancy. The implication is clear. Something malevolent and otherworldly is masquerading as her unborn child. Elgin, with a sense of unease, snapped a photograph of Fatima using his new camera, capturing the fleeting moments of joy at Colony House. He meticulously arranged the photos in a dimly lit corner of the building, each image a testament to their shared experiences. But as he lingered over one particular shot, a chill crept down his spine. There, alongside Fatima, was a spectral doppelganger, a shadowy echo of her form. In an instant, the apparition morphed into the grotesque visage of the old woman monster that had haunted his thoughts for weeks. Her voice slithered through the air, promising salvation from the cursed town of Fromville, but only if Elgin agreed to assist her first. She exuded an unsettling blend of desperation and malice, a renegade spirit weary of her ethereal existence. Yet beneath her plea lay a sinister undertone, a suggestion that she might be as treacherous as the other monsters lurking in the shadows. With intentions far darker than mere escape, the connection between this malevolent figure and Fatima's unseen child loomed ominously, a thread of mystery that could unravel the very fabric of their reality. Elgin felt the weight of the decision pressing upon him, knowing that the truth could lead to salvation or doom.
That's a toy. We'll make him tell it again.
Why Victor need Jesper? In the dimly lit confines of Colony House, shadows danced along the walls, whispering secrets of the past. Victor and Henry stood together, the air thick with unspoken words and the weight of years lost. Their reunion, fraught with nervous energy, had been a tumultuous wave of emotions, crashing against the shores of their strained relationship. As Henry stepped into his son's room, the remnants of Victor's childhood lay scattered like forgotten dreams, each item a ghost of what once was. Despite the years that had carved distance between them, the bond of blood pulsed faintly, a flicker of warmth amidst the chill of their awkwardness. Henry, heart pounding like a distant drum, summoned the courage to ask if he could spend the day with Victor, yearning to bridge the chasm of time that had separated them. But Victor, his demeanor as cold as the shadows that clung to him, replied with a heavy heart that he had to leave on a perilous mission. Though Victor had often wrapped himself in a shroud of detachment, his gaze softened when it fell upon his father. Beneath the layers of ice, a flicker of concern glimmered. He quickly explained that the reason for his refusal was not a lack of desire for connection, but rather the grim reality of the danger that awaited him. The mission loomed like a dark specter threatening to consume them both. And in that moment, the true horror of their situation settled in, the fear of what might come next. Victor's demeanor suggested a strange indifference to his father's presence, a subtle invitation that Henry eagerly seized. He assured Victor that he would gladly accompany him, regardless of the treacherous path ahead. Together, they stepped out of Colony House, their hearts pounding with a mix of dread and anticipation as they ventured into the shadowy embrace of the forest. Victor's mind was set on a singular goal: to delve into the underground tunnels that snaked beneath the trees, where he hoped to uncover the remnants of a haunting encounter with a human-like puppet named Jesper. Though Victor had initially dismissed the doll as a mere figment of his imagination, memories of its sinister connection to the ventriloquist Christopher began to resurface. The threads of mystery woven into the fabric of Fromville beckoned him, urging him to reclaim Jesper from the depths below. As they navigated the damp, echoing tunnels, they stumbled upon a cavernous chamber, a grotesque hall where slumbering monstrosities lay in wait, including the transformed figure of Christopher. In the midst of this nightmarish tableau, Victor spotted Jesper, its lifeless eyes glinting in the dim light. Just as he reached for the puppet, Henry's gaze fell upon a chilling sight: a piece of clothing belonging to his wife, Miranda, draped ominously across a nearby table. The sight sent a shiver down their spines, stirring the slumbering beasts from their torpor. In a frantic rush, father and son fled the chamber, narrowly escaping the clutches of the awakened horrors. Instead of returning to the safety of Colony House, Victor led Henry to the trailer that had once been his sanctuary, a place untouched by the encroaching darkness of Fromville. There, he revealed a chilling truth: the monsters had a penchant for pilfering human belongings, and Miranda's dress was likely a trophy of their twisted games. Yet, amidst the terror, Henry found a flicker of hope, evidence that his wife had indeed traversed this nightmarish realm before her disappearance. Is Tabitha connected to Victor's sister? In the chilling conclusion of Season 3, Episode 6 of From, Tabitha finds herself poring over the diary of Jade, a collection of sketches and writings that chronicle his eerie observations. One particular drawing sends a shiver down her spine, a depiction of a peculiar stick figure, statues lurking ominously near a secluded hut in the woods. These statues, shrouded in mystery throughout the season, have yet to reveal their sinister purpose. Strangely, Tabitha feels an unsettling familiarity with them, despite never having ventured into that part of the forest. They were only recently uncovered by Jim and Kenny during their ill-fated search for a missing woman. As dread creeps into her voice, Tabitha confesses to Jade that these statues haunt her dreams, remnants of a recurring nightmare from her childhood. She inquires, with a tremor of fear, if he has encountered 3 large red stones in the vicinity, stones that indeed mark the very spot. In her nightmares, she would find herself ensnared among the stick figures, encircled by the ominous stones, while a monstrous presence pursued her relentlessly. This revelation suggests that the terrifying creature heard by those sheltering near the lake is a manifestation of Tabitha's deepest fears. If this connection holds true, it would imply that the horrors plaguing Fromville are intricately tied to the personal nightmares of its inhabitants. Perhaps, as the story unfolds, Tabitha will unravel more about the statues, inching closer to the dark truth that binds them all. There's a whisper of a theory that she may share a connection with Victor's sister, hinting that her childhood visions might echo the experiences of another lost soul. What do you think? So this was for today's folks. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.